objection was filed by Mr. Patterson. I would note Ms. Smulders is here. Ms. Smulders, who do you represent?
I represent Brandon Patterson.
All right, very well. And both parties are present, and Ms. Heaven. Ms. Heaven, do you have an update or a result of the recommendation or review?
Currently, Mr. Patterson is paying $12 a month for medical support. The recommendation would have Mr. Patterson paying $199 child support, ordinary medical $13 for a total of $212 a month.
All right, and Ms. Smulders, your client objected to that recommendation?
Correct. I believe it was just because that the number of overnights were inaccurate. Is that correct, Brandon? I know I had sent out an email and I hadn't received a response. I wanted you to double check the overnights.
I did not get that email, but I objected because I didn't understand why I have primary custody and he lives with me full time, why I'm the one paying $200 and some a month in child support.
Well,
My understanding was there was 100 overnights, if that was correct. On
121 as of April 19th.
Well,
23.
that's the day that I let him go back with you, and we agreed to no child support. And for Devin to be able to come here, he's been here twice. One of the 2 times I sent him home with $100. I have multiple messages I can show you. I just talked to him on Mother's Day, offering anything he wants. Second time he came up here to lunch, you were blowing his phone up saying he was going 72 by his tracker app, and he's trying to explain he was on the highway. So then we wrapped up lunch and he said, I gotta go. I had invited him to do something with us one time where we'd stay at the hotel overnight and have fun. And he was like, I don't know if he would let me. His sister, Emily, my daughter, has asked him, brother, I want to see you. And he said, I don't know, I gotta ask. Our agreement in me letting him go back with you is that Devin is allowed. I am his mother. Okay, he loves me, I love him. I respect your relationship with him and I don't butt in with that as long as you treat him right. We're both grown. I mean, Devin's not a toy. And
That's a little twisted her story, but that's okay.
Whatever.
all right, well, hold on, both of you. Hold on.
He didn't pay me.
Hold on, ma'am.
Devin here.
Ma'am?
Sorry, go ahead.
All right. Ms. Evan, how many overnights did you use in the calculation?
Mr. Patterson didn't include any overnights in his questionnaire. So I went to the order.
This hearing takes an unexpected turn. At first, it sounds like a routine child support dispute, but the judge quickly realizes the paperwork doesn't match what's actually happening. According to the father, the child has been living with him full-time, yet the support calculation was based on outdated custody information. Now the court has to figure out what the real parenting arrangement looks like before deciding who, if anyone, should be paying support.
I went to the order that ordered friend of the court to review. And I used 100 because it said parenting time shall be as the parties agree, but in the event they do not, the defendant shall have parenting time according to the Newaygo County Reasonable Parenting Time Policy as it relates to non-custodial parents.
All right, so there are 365 overnights in a year. As we all know, sometimes 366. So 100 was used. That's well less than half. Sir, are you indicating now that you have more than 100 overnights per year with the child in question?
No, I've never said that. I have not said that he can't stay there.
No. That's not my question. My question was, do you have more than 100? You said you had the child the majority of the time when you first spoke. So that would be at least 182 or more to have the child the majority of the time. So what is your assessment of the number of overnights that you have, if in fact you have more than 100 or you have primary physical custody?
I do have primary physical custody, and I have had him since April 19th.
I allowed him to go.
Exclusively? Hold on, ma'am. I'll get to you in a minute.
Sorry.
Sir, you've had him exclusively since that time? He stayed with you every night or what?
Yes, Carolyn has had no overnights yet, but I have not said that he cannot stay there if he does not choose he He can stay there if he wants to, but I haven't made him go there.
All right. So, when you filled out the paperwork for the review, why didn't you put in there that you have all the overnights or a majority of the overnights?
I did. I
We-
put, I
Ms.
I
Evans
have
said you didn't
primary
fill it out.
custody.
We
Ms.
have,
Evans said you
we
didn't.
already
Ma'am,
had this
ma'am,
already
ma'am,
filed.
just a minute. Ma'am, I'm gonna ask you the same questions in a minute. Just hold tight. We got a process here. I gotta get through this my way. Ms. Evan, how many overnight, you used 100 overnights and Mr. Patterson said he filled in the overnights, but in fact he did not.
He
I
did it.
must have missed something.
In that section, he puts the child's name, that he claims him on taxes. The annual number of overnights was blank. He indicates child lives with dad, but that doesn't tell me overnights. And the order indicates that they have joint legal custody and physical custody. So I had to guess.
Okay. But the default is if they don't agree, that he would see dad 100 overnights or 102. Because that would be reasonable parenting time. All right.
Correct.
But sir, you've had him exclusively since April, so that's what, a month or so. Well, how
Yes.
often have you had him over the last year?
She had full physical custody and custodial for the last year.
All right, but you've had the last month.
I just started back with them on April 19th,
All right. So, and how old is he?
17.
17. So you're pretty much letting him stay or go as he pleases? Is that fair assessment?
Yeah, if he want, every time he's wanted to go up there and visit, he's gone up and visited. And he has not asked me to stay the night up there.
All right, he sleeps at your house.
Yes.
All right.
His license is also on our house as well.
Yeah, well, it's gotta be one or the other. Ma'am, what's your assessment on the number of overnights that the child has spent with Mr. Patterson in the last, let's start with a month.
He has stayed with him the last month.
Okay,
Yes.
how about
I
the
agree.
last year then? How about the
I
last year?
think our miscommunication between Mr. Patterson and I is that we had already been through attorney, been through the court, basically agreed to have custody. Devin can come here, go there, you know, were we finally to that point where, and there shouldn't have been any disagreement. We both got this. I read the child support paper that it was coming after me and we had already had a court hearing, custody and all that. Everything's good and great. We agree. And we just had to basically me pay the medical like he had been doing. Cause he paid me no child support the year Devin was here. So I think we're both a little thrown off by this and I agreed to those terms that we had previously agreed to before this meeting.
All right, I think where it tipped is that Ms. Heaven didn't have any overnights to go on.
Okay.
And the order says if you agree, fine. But if you don't agree, then it's according to the reasonable parenting time policy, which it says defendant would have reasonable parenting time policy, which is 100 or 102, depending on how you count them. And that's what she used. That was all she had to go on because she had nothing else.
Okay.
I never asked for child support. I just didn't
Well-
understand why I was supposed to pay for $200 of it. That's all I didn't understand.
Well, because that order that changed the parenting time that was done just in February said the matter should be referred to the friend of the court to review. So that's what triggered it.
Yeah.
Same
And
order.
that's what the judge had said. And it was just the medical. Cause I had asked her, I said, he didn't pay me any child support the last year and he verbally, and I have it on a piece of paper signed by him somewhere that if I allow him to go back, no child
At
support. and
this
I'll pay
point,
them.
it becomes clear that neither parent is really asking for child support from the other. Instead, the confusion comes from an automatic review triggered after the custody order changed. Once the judge understands that both parents had already agreed to handle expenses differently, the conversation shifts away from payments and toward making sure the legal paperwork reflects the family's current situation.
No child support and I'll pay the medical just like he did.
All right,
So,
well.
Your
you-
Honor,
you
if
didn't
what
want
I'm,
child support reviewed, it shouldn't have been in there, I guess, but all right, Ms. Mulder, what?
I was gonna
confused.
say, if it's allowed, I don't know about state assistance and some other requirements. From what I'm hearing is both parties are agreeable to zero support at this time. I don't know if a recalculation is technically necessary or if they can stipulate on the record to that.
Ms. Evans? Is there,
There is Medicaid
Okay,
with stepmom and food with mom. Food assistance.
She should have been off there when he moved out. I reported it. So, and it's in that 6, so it's probably just and it's nothing outrageous. I work, my husband works. It was really just that COVID school money. And I got that straightened out, and then we get a little bit, but nothing major. It should be coming off there.
Excuse me just a minute. So, sir, you're telling the court that you're doing all this child needs for support, and yet you're depending on the government and taxpayers to pay your child's insurance. Is that right?
And food's not assignable, but the Medicaid is.
Yeah, and I have no problem doing that. And Devin knows that if he needs anything, I'm here for him.
so the recommendation though is for the party who has the child on Medicaid to be the payer, so it wouldn't go to the state anyway if that was the case.
Correct. There would have to be, yeah, you're right.
I'm willing to pay for the Medicaid.
It's not, we would have to get a trio set up with DHHS because it's a stepmom that's the guarantee, but yeah.
All right. I guess I'm gonna deviate and just set support for both parties at 0 at this time. Child's 17 anyway, so he'll emancipate here soon. Is he a senior or a junior in school right now?
Junior.
Junior, so I guess support could go for another year if he's doing all right in school, but
And it's not like I'm not gonna buy school clothes and all that goodies.
no, I get that.
I asked him. so
Sir,
much.
sir, is it your intent to keep him on Medicaid at this point?
We're just gonna leave it how it was, but I mean, we buy him everything school wise he needed, and we actually didn't get a lot of stuff back when he moved back, but that's here nor there.
Medicaid doesn't pay for school stuff. I asked about Medicaid. Is it your intent to keep him on Medicaid? Do either of you have health insurance available at work that he could be placed on?
Yes, I do.
Just Medicaid right now.
I know that. Ma'am, you do?
Yes, I do, if necessary. But with Medicaid, I do it with my daughter. I pay them $30 a month. It's cheaper that way. I decline the insurance at work because you can pick a plan through Medicaid instead of $30 a week out of my check for some outrageous insurance plan with copays and that. You can pick these plans through the Michigan.gov, and I pay $30 for Emily a month for my daughter. So I'm sure that something, if needed like that for Devin, I could work out with a DHS worker, whatever medical needs. All Brandon has to do is communicate with me.
Yeah, so if it's available through your employer for a reasonable cost, which is defined by law as 6% of your gross income or less, you're supposed to do it that way.
Okay, well, I can talk to my HR lady, and if that's what I have to do for him, it's what I have to do.
All right, I'll set it 0 at this point. Why don't you do that? Why don't you see if you can get the child on your on health insurance through work?
Okay,
If it's available for 6% or less, then you should do that. If not, and the child remains on Medicaid, then if it comes back to my attention, I may have you pay the ordinary medical at that point.
okay.
In the end, the judge decided to set child support at 0 for now while encouraging the parents to sort out the child's health insurance through an employer if possible. Rather than forcing payments that neither side was requesting, the court focused on reaching a practical solution that benefits the child. Cases like this show how important it is to keep custody and support records updated, because even small paperwork errors can lead to major confusion. If you enjoyed this courtroom breakdown, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more real courtroom drama and legal analysis.